Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another collective reading. How are you all faring on this full moon blood lunar eclipse? Time of purging old cycles, noticing what is no longer in alignment and letting go through facing hidden truths, facing the truth. How much we try to cover up and fluff the truth because it's too uncomfortable. So we avoid it and we butter it up and we change it and we go into illusion, delusion, avoidance, denial. What we're all really ultimately striving for in our lives is hearing the truth with no filters, yet our humanness does everything to filter it away because it's too uncomfortable. So notice how many people have got blocked throat chakras because of not aligning with their truth because it's too uncomfortable. Yet it is so true that the truth will always set you free. It might be uncomfortable, but it will pass. It won't stay like that. So it's about letting go of fear. So we're going for some angel therapy oracle cards this morning, just because. So where are we going? Have you asked your angels for help with this? Well, I come across this a lot and I've stumbled on it myself as well a few times, I won't lie. When we're asking for spiritual guidance, we often ask and then wonder why it hasn't arrived. Two reasons. One, we ask for something from the divine, but then we then have to give them permission to then intervene. And oftentimes how they intervene and crumble things away that shouldn't still be there, old cycles, karmic ties, old lessons that are repeating, when they're ready to go, they will, time a moment, rip it away in ways that maybe our humanness goes, but I don't want it like that. So what we're actually sending in vibration to the universe is, I do want something to change, but I have conditions on it. And the universe goes, it doesn't work like that. Again, it's all in alignment with truth. If we have conditions on how something has to be, that we only want it to change in this way, or it's got to be that way, or we don't want to do it, then we're not ready. We have to still keep going through those repeats. It is now coming into a time of, particularly with the fire horse, a time of courage, which means no more it has to be a certain way. How about this is the way it's going to be for your highest good? And that is how we move into our soul truth. If we still have all these human conditions on things, we cannot align with our soul purpose, which means we keep living the human experience. And let's be honest, it sucks a bit, doesn't it? Come on. Come on. So the soul purpose takes a lot of courage and a lot of work to align with, because we literally have to fly through the eye of a needle and allow everything that's not in alignment with our highest truth to disappear. So use this moon today, this blood moon, because it's very much about letting go of karmic repeats, karmic cycles. It's funny how much we will actually hold on to the very thing that's hurting us, because when we get closer to being able to release it, we don't know what the change will mean, or we suddenly go into nostalgia or loss, or fear of abandonment, rejection, or we don't want to let go of a chapter. That is our humanness getting in the way, because actually those are the things that are hurting us. Yet the closer we get to letting go, the more we cling on, because for some reason us humans don't like not knowing. It's great, it's wonderful, it's beautiful. Often we don't know what's up ahead for our highest good, partly because sometimes it's not quite set in stone, fate and destiny, and partly because sometimes we've got to go through some tough stuff, and if we know what's up ahead, we're going to dig our heels in and resist, and what we resist persists, and then we have to keep coming back and doing it again and again. So you can see the karmic mess the human psyche gets into. I can feel this in my throat very much. So it's all what we're holding on to and won't let out. How much are we speaking our truth? How much are we fluffing it up and keeping this bit out and not saying this bit because of might hurt somebody might not like us anymore? We've just got to rise above that and speak our truth, because it's about really aligning with the courage to know that your real self, your true self, is always your best self, no matter who's coming with you and who isn't. It's okay to stay solo in life. We do have natural needs for connection, but we also have more of a need for our true self than we do for any other being. So we do not have to bring people with us. Know when to let go, know when cycles are repeating too much, and know that people do not have to stay permanently in your life. Reason, season, lifetime. Reasons and seasons are really important. There's a lot of growth in there. Very rare will it be a lifetime. So stop trying to force it. How about that? Power animal. So power animals, we all have one. We all have a power animal, not just a spirit guide. And these power animals can change throughout our life depending on what we're drawn to. So my main one is a wolf, but I've had owl working with me for some years. And you know, we take the help that we need. We can can allow help to come in from the hidden realms. It doesn't just have to be other people. Let go of our need for others to the degree we do, because that is exactly where suffering will be, our need, our attachment. So how much are we actually asking our spirit guides and our animal guides and whatever guides that you want for help? Listen to your intuitive feelings. How many of us kind of get that hunch about something and then we don't follow it? Either because we doubt it or because, no, I'm not doing that, I'm not signing up for that. But actually that lesson won't go away. What is for our best is not always easy to do, but ultimately aligning with what's for your best will always end up being the easiest way, because it's the right way. So it's that moral courage, coming into what is morally right for you and those around you, looking at the bigger picture as well, the discernment. How much of what my choices are and my actions for what I want, how much does that hurt others? How much is that going to put others in a predicament? We have to look at the bigger picture, and that's not a needy holding on to people, that's due diligence. So working our moral map, coming into spiritual virtues, spiritual boundaries higher than the human map, which is chaos. We're all hurting each other. So doing the right thing is often initially in the human part very hard, but it will always serve your highest purpose, which will be you playing your part in helping heal this world. So the heart chakra, where am I aligning with my truth and where am I not? Where am I allowing love in and where am I blocking it? Where am I blocking giving love because my heart chakra is blocked? How cleansed and cleared is your heart chakra? Mine had a massive black hole in it for most of my life. Probably still got a bit, but these are works in progress where we have to keep working and working, because the more you clean out your two heart chakras, your lower one and your higher one, and you work with them and you merge them together, the more you'll be in your spiritual truth anyway. It will not be as hard as you think. We've just got to do a little bit of cleaning up to start. So last one, have you asked your angels for help with this? Didn't we start with that or something very similar to it? Let's go. Where are we going? Where have we got to ask you more? Are you asking your angels or are you asking somebody else? So this is to do with suffering the fallout. If we do not speak our truth and ask people as well as spirit for what we need, we suffer the fallout, because how can we just assume that people are going to know what our needs are? You know that old chestnut, why can't somebody just know what I think? Why can't they just know what I need? Why would they, unless you tell them? Again, how much can you tell the truth of what you're feeling in a due diligent fashion, so it's landing in a way that it's not intentionally harming, but it's coming from the right place, and see that through? That is the only way to be truly heard, because when we often think people around us can't hear us or they're not listening, they've probably got their own blocks, but how many blocks in the heart have you got, and the throat chakra, in are you actually saying what you're feeling, or are you kind of just saying little bits and then assuming and expecting that other person to know? We've got to readjust our expectations of others, but also of ourselves. Follow your soul map, follow yours, and let other souls that are attuned to that find you. Big leap of faith, big trust, but that's what we're being asked to do now going forward. You know, all this procrastination, we all have it, we'll have moments of it, the humanness, but we are being asked to let go of that more and more and rise above. Eagle energy, bigger picture, bigger perspective, see more of the picture of what's at play. It's easier to do the right thing then. Have an amazing full moon, everybody.